folks, we're back in Kaimuki, my old stomping ground. This is going to be super cool. We'll start off with a unique seafood place and then go to spend time with the living legend Roy Sakuma at his ukulele studio. Stick around, this is going to be cool. I'm Sue Jorgensen. I'm a former magazine editor and a current Kūpuna. I love staying active, local food, and discovering new things. Join me as I search for things that are cool for Kūpuna.
Cool for Kūpuna is brought to you by HMSA and Premier Benefit Consultants.
Folks, we're on the corner of 9th and Wailai at local IA. We're going to go meet the owner, Ashley, and see what's in her cooler. Let's go. Hi, Ashley.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Yeah, same here. Look at this place you've got.
Yeah, welcome.
Wow.
We've been here for 6 years and we buy fish directly from fishermen and we sell it out of this back door. We sell it to fishermen or to chefs around the island and also through a CSA type service.
Which means anybody can buy.
Right.
Awesome.
And I'll show you what's in the cooler today.
Okay, what's in the cooler today?
Not a lot, but we do have a mahi-mahi in here.
I guess it depends on how much the fishermen catch, right?
Yes, and the weather.
And the weather, right? Always the, whoa, you need help?
No, I got it. This is a nice mahi-mahi.
Oh, yeah. How many pounds do you think that is?
Probably about 25 pounds.
25 pounds.
And it's a girl. You can tell by the head.
That bull thing's not.
Yeah.
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 All right. Okay, so what are we going to do with this?
We're going to take it inside.
Okay, I'll close the cooler for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.
Oh man, that looked heavy.
Not so bad. It's not as bad as a 100-pound marlin or something like that.
Yeah, which you must haul in yourself too.
So we get the fish directly from the fishermen. That means they come either here to bring them or we go to their house to get them. That gets them a more fair price all around and it gets us a fresher product. It gives us the ability to sell the aku and the mahi-mahi just like you would if you knew the fisherman or he was your neighbor. And so we have a lot of customers that really appreciate that.
Oh yeah, and really, you know, we don't usually in the supermarket, you see everything packaged up, but knowing that you got it from the source and packaged it or whatever, however, you prepare things to sell that are already cooked also?
Yes, and so getting the whole fish like this, we're able to use the whole fish. And so we use the bones for stocks that we make a soup ready to go. It has all local ingredients. We also sell the skin of the fish and the extra bloodline and whatnot as pet treats. We have a whole line of those.
Oh, Fido treats.
And so we have treats for everybody. And then we're able to sell the fillet both fresh and frozen to increase availability.
Gotcha.
So when there's a lot caught, we buy a lot that way that we can fill the freezer and have it throughout the year.
So what else is unique about local IA?
I think the fact that we do supply things that you don't find elsewhere. Like we have dried aku, we have aku bone, we have soups that are made from the stock. We try to use the whole fish. And then just the quality of fish that we provide, I think, is nothing you can find anywhere else.
Can't get fresher than that. So what is CSA?
CSA is like a community supported agriculture is what it normally means. So it's like when you buy a box of agriculture to support a farm so that they can grow more. So a CSF is a community supported fishery. So it's very similar to a CSA, and the company was started as a CSF so that it would provide money for the fishermen to be able to go fishing. That is still a main distribution stream for our business, but we do have retail sales. We sell to local chefs, and we also do catering and processing classes as well.
Are you in any of the farmers markets?
We still do Mililani Farmers Market on Sunday. That's the only market we do now, yeah.
Okay, super cool.
Yeah, thank you.
And so for Kūpuna that want to get fish from you, either frozen or fresh, what's the easiest way?
They can come to the door here in Kaimuki 4 days a week, Thursday through Sunday. And then we also do distribute through FarmLink Hawaii, which is a distribution service that takes EBT even, and they deliver to your house. And they are an aggregator of not only our products, but a lot of other local products, so check those out as well.
Delivery to your house.
Yeah.
But do you have points to pick up around town?
Our CSA our CSF does have pickups around town, and then we do the farmers market in Mililani on Sundays.
Okay, so most of the information's on the website though?
Yeah.
Okay. That fresh fish was super cool, Ashley, but you have other products, right?
Yeah, we try to use the whole fish, and so we have a wide range of products. We have frozen products, we have pet treat line, we have fresh ready to eat products like our smoked fish dip. We also have a dried aku that we have that's ready to eat. This is a smoked marlin with a little bit of lemongrass and ginger flavored. Ooh. It's frozen but also ready to eat. And then we also have an ahi jerky that we make out of the scrapings of the bones. And so we just like to utilize all of the fish. That way less goes into the trash. And so for the freezer items, we have a wide variety of kebabs. We have 4 different varieties of marlin kebabs. So they're marinated, ready to go on the grill. It takes all the thought out.
Like turmeric.
Yeah,
right?
and it's encouraging people to eat marlin as well. Marlin's kind of a lost fish, so we're trying.
Marlin au?
It is, yeah. And kajiki, nairagi, everything has so many names here.
Yeah, right.
And then for frozen, we also have a burger that has no gluten and no dairy. All you do is cook it and heat it up. It's good on a salad, on a bun, everything. And then we have our frozen filet that we freeze really fresh. And so you can thaw it out and use it even for poke and sashimi. And that's one of the things that you can get on Farm Link delivered to your house with EBT. And that's one of the things that we always have in stock here in the freezer.
Marlin.
And the frozen marlin in addition to all of our value added items. You first.
Okay.
I eat a lot of it all the time.
And well, it does look like, it almost looks like crab dip. Look at this, because it's just, like you said, protein rich.
Yeah. And it's nice because it's the yogurt, so it's not really fatty. It's not a lot of mayonnaise.
True. It's yogurt, you said. So this is low fat, low salt, no preservatives.
High protein, yeah.
No smoke.
There's not a lot of secret things.
Ashley, this is not your typical poke shop.
No ma'am, we don't even sell poke. We sell fresh filet for you to make your own poke. However, we do sell a lot of items that that are ready to eat and ready to go, same like poke. We're just trying to get people to appreciate a lot about fish that's not necessarily poke. And you can come in, we can show you whatever we have, and then you also are welcome to come in. Sometimes we do processing classes, and so you can come in and we teach you how to cut up the fish, how to scale the fish, how to gut the fish and gill the fish. Now that the pandemic's kind of a little less, we're bringing people in small groups at a time to do those processing classes again. And we also do a cooking demo sometimes.
Oh, nice.
And so we're trying to start those back up. So once a month, come into the kitchen and we do a cooking, and you get to learn how to prepare with some of our recipes and meet a couple of the other food producers that we like to work with.
So for the fish lovers, how do they get a hold of you?
They can visit our website or come to the shop 4 days a week, Thursday to Sunday. Thursday to Saturday, 10 to 6, and then Sunday, 10 to 2. And then the website is localiahawaii.com.
Localiahawaii.com. Okay, super. Thank you so much, Ashley, for having me, for letting me try all of your amazing preservative-free foods. And all of you who want to come down, give Ashley a call or just visit the website.
As we move toward a brighter future, HMSA is here to help you live your best life. Whether you see a doctor in person, online, or after hours, getting quality care is easy and convenient when you've got options. Choose a plan that fits your lifestyle and needs. Here at home or around the world, get the care you need. When the only constant is change, HMSA is here with you. For the good times, for the tough times, for lifetimes. Learn more at hmsa.com.
Do you need help with caring for a Kūpuna or someone with a disability? The Hawaii Aging and Disability Resource Center in each county is here to assist Kūpuna 60 years and older, individuals with disabilities, and family caregivers. Staff of the ADRC will answer questions on available services and supports in your county and determine how best to support your needs. Call us today at 808-643-2372 and let us help you live your best lives. Mahalo.
Aloha, Kaniala, Danny Kalekini. If you need Medicare insurance, there's only one name you need to know. Premier Benefit Consultants. They are the only ones who represent all of the Medicare Advantage plans in Hawaii. Why shop around when you can make one phone call and get all your Medicare advice for free? Call Premier Benefit Consultants for Medicare advice you need and service you deserve. Mahalo!
I'm here at the studio of Roy Sakuma, and I'm going to go find him and learn all about his school and about him.
Aloha!
Hi, Roy. Thank you for having me.
Yes. I'm so happy that you could make it here. I'd like to show you our studio.
Please, yes. Thank you. Oh, wow, Roy. You have a lot of history on these walls.
Thanks to my wife who took all these photos and put them in these frames, and she said, we need to put the history up here. This was done years ago, and I said, why? But look at it. When I look at it now, it brings back so much memories.
I bet. Well, tell me more, because I don't know enough about you. Where did it all begin?
Well, it began when I fell in love teaching the ukulele, and one day I taught a child. When I was learning to already teach, I started to teach children. And it was all because, if you see our sign there, the Ukulele Studios, home of the termites, there were 4 little boys that I taught. They became so proficient on the ukulele that we played at basketball games all over the island. And that inspired parents to call.
Oh, no kidding.
And they wanted their children to learn to play
Those
the
are your
ukulele.
termites.
Yeah, and if you look at all these pictures, so many of them are the children. See, all these children that have been a part of our legacy with my wife and I and all our instructors. And as you continue to look, now all the entertainers that came to support this ukulele mission of bringing the joy of the ukulele to the world.
Yeah, look at these children. You went to all the schools.
I also went to schools to visit children, and sometimes I would play for them and joke around with them. And it was just a matter of just, sharing the joy of the ukulele.
So how did you learn? Where did you learn?
I learned right here, because in 1963, Ota-san came out with a big hit called Sushi on the ukulele. And I'm sorry, not here. He was in town at the Urata Music Studio, and I went there and I asked him to teach me. And he taught me to play the ukulele for 18 months, at which time he told me to go on my own, which I did. But eventually I came back because he asked me to help teach, and the rest is history. I fell in love with teaching, and that's what I've been doing the rest of my life.
So he asked you to teach his students?
Yes, because he was going on a trip to a concert tour in Japan. He was really big name performer. Yeah.
Right.
So I owe a lot to him because he taught me to play the ukulele. He got me to find the love of teaching. And one interesting story, a side story to all this, my wife, I found out later as a surprise, she and Ota-san are first cousins. So it's a small world.
It's fate,
a small
right?
world. Small world, yes.
But what I find so interesting is that many people that learn to play an instrument well become performers, but you became a very great teacher.
I fell in, that's why I credit Ota-san. When he asked me to teach his students when he went on a trip, I fell in love with teaching, and all this energy that I was devoting to become the best player in the world just went out the door. And so I've been using all this knowledge that I've learned, rather than to perform, is to share it with others. And that's been a life's journey. And I'm so thankful that all our instructors, with my wife and I, continue to share this journey. Till today is what we do, is to teach everyone the joy of playing the ukulele.
Well, of all these photos, are there any favorites of yours?
Well, I think this is one of my favorite, because this young girl here in 1985, Sherilyn Kabab, Japan had a national a search for the most gifted young child musician, and they heard about my student. So they actually flew to Hawaii. Asahi TV flew to Hawaii, met us at the airport, and said, "Could you have this girl play for us?" So she played, and I accompanied her, and they said, "We're selecting her. She will perform on national TV in Japan."
Japan, wow.
We went there, and it was called Super Children of the World. So for music, she was selected. And you know who was on that same show? A 14-year-old boy named Tony Hawk.
So Roy, of all the students that have come through your school, I know there are some that made it in terms of becoming famous.
Well, I guess, Kelly, first of all, this young gentleman right here, you see who this is? Jake. Jake.
Oh, a young Jake, huh?
Yeah, Jake is probably the most well-known student of ours that has become famous, recognized throughout
Jake
the world.
Shimabukuro.
Yes, but we've had so many others who went into jazz. Even Kelly Boy De Lima told me that he started off with our studios as a little boy,
Oh, no
6 years
kidding.
old. Yeah.
From Kūpuna?
Yes.
No
And-
kidding.
And so many, I just can't recall all of them. But what it was, it's such a joy because when they come up to us years later and they're musicians now, they say, Roy, we had your start with our studio. See, that's what it's all about. We give people the opportunity to learn and they get their start with us, but it inspires them to continue their journey in music. And that's what it's all about.
Brother is?
Brother is. He was a real, I remember when he was like 17 years old, he would come over to where I live and would bring his ukulele.
No kidding. Oh my
And he would
gosh.
say, Roy, I'm going to play for you this song, and he would play and he just loved to sing, And we became really, really good friends. And that's why he came to our ukulele festival 1994.
And Willie K?
Willie K.
Really?
Willie came to our festival for years. Look at the crowd. Look at that audience behind. It's just
That was
amazing.
at Kapiolani.
Kapiolani Park, yeah. And we have James Ingram, who was at that time the legendary Grammy Award artist, the most nominated Grammy Award singer at that time when we met. I think it was 1993 or 94. And through that meeting, he came to Hawaii and he says, Roy, you don't have to pay me. I'm going to come and be a part of your festival. So he told my wife and I, he will come. His wife and my wife and I, the four of us, became really good friends, and he supported our festival, I believe, 6 times he came to sing with the children.
That
Just
is
an amazing,
super cool.
amazing gentleman.
Roy, you're so humble. He's such a humble man, and truly, he's such a great teacher. And if you want to learn something, you want to learn from the best, right? So if you were playing basketball, who would you go to? Michael Jordan. If you want to learn ukulele, there's Roy Sakuma. So after the break, we'll come back, and Roy, you're going to teach me something, aren't you?
Oh, it'll be a joy to teach you. I'm looking forward to it.
A special mahalo to our community partners, Crime Stoppers Honolulu, the Better Business Bureau, and the Aloha United Way.
40 years ago, Crime Stoppers Honolulu was formed to make our community safer. With thousands of arrests, closure of cases, and millions of illegal drugs off our streets, Crime Stoppers Honolulu continues to reduce crime in our neighborhoods. And with student and animal Crime Stoppers, the safety of our residents and community continues to grow. With our great volunteers and community support, Crime Stoppers Honolulu looks forward to another 40 years.
See something, say something, and stay anonymous. Together, we'll keep Honolulu safe. Mahalo.
The Let's Go Fishing Show premiered in Hawaii in 1969. The tradition continues. Join us Sundays at 5:30 p.m. on KHON2.
When shopping local, where do you go to find the people and places you can trust? Our island values are important. We always show aloha, and ohana is more than just family. Here at BBB, we stand with the businesses you can trust, the businesses that care about local people and their values. From all of us at Better Business Bureau, we are here for you. Start your search for trustworthy businesses at bbb.org or on the BBB app.
Welcome back from the break, folks. So, with Roy Sakuma, how can we figure out getting lessons with you? Is there a way to reach you by computer or by phone?
Sure. They could go to our website, and it's roysakuma.net, and there's an email address, lessons@roysakuma.net, or they can call us directly at, if they can remember this, 808-732-3739. That's our main office number, and just leave a message, and one of our staff members will get back, and we can give them all the information about ukulele lessons.
Excellent. So aside from coming for lessons in person in Kaimuki, are there online classes that you have, virtual classes?
Yes, we started this, of course, naturally when this pandemic came into the picture. Many of my students wanted to continue, but they were kind of hesitant on coming to the studio at that time. So we started online lessons, and actually it worked really, really well. So many students enjoy learning online. So we have both available in-person lessons at our studio, or you can learn online.
Nice. Through Zoom? Is that the...
Yes, through Zoom, yes.
Awesome. Well,
Yeah.
could you teach me a song? Because I learned when I was young, but I never really played that much.
Well, basically, there's just just several chords that most people need to learn, and they could start learning how to play and sing or just accompany. So naturally, the first chord that is C, where you put your ring finger here, and that's your C chord, okay? So that seems relatively very simple. But the next chord, if we go to F, you notice I place my pointer finger there, and I place my tall finger at the top. Okay, that's F. So now there's only one more chord to learn, just 3 basic chords on the ukulele. That chord is G7, but watch what I do with my fingers. I will not try to put the fingers on like this, but I will pivot my hand out like this. Pivot it out. Yeah, now drop your finger down one string and put your ring finger on. You see how easy it is? Because when you pivot, your fingers are diagonally pointing over your shoulder. Now that would be the correct position for G7. Well, if you try to hold it like this straight,
it's hard.
you see how hard? But just pivoting. And now try go back to C.
We'll see.
Yeah, try go back to G7. Now go back to C. There you go. You got it. You're a genius.
You're a great teacher.
You want to try it?
Okay,
sure. You got to pay attention.
Okay,
Hold your C chord. All right. Change to H.
What?
That's
Did
a joke.
I miss
That's
H?
a joke. I just tested you. I do that.
I was listening.
Go to F.
Go to F, okay.
And now pivot to G7 and go back to C. All you have to do is strum. I hope our ukuleles stay in tune because these are all brand new strings, so they're kind of stretching. But we're going to strum C 4 times like this. Go to F 4 times. And now pivot to G7. And now go back to C. That's it. So all you have to do is play me those 4 chords over and over. And this is a relatively old song, song that I remember. It was in that movie. Anyway, it'll come to me, Glenn Miller. And he recorded that this song was for his wife. And it's a very popular song. You ready?
Will I know it? Are you
you're
going
to recognize the melody. Ready? Let me count to 4. 1, 2, 3, begin. G7. C. Go back to F. G7. Keep on going. C. C again. G7. C. There you go. See how easy that was?
Yeah, that was, you did the hard part.
Well, I was just singing a melody in my head. This is something we teach our students, is that our instructors, my wife and I, will have the kids sing something, or the students sing something. And as they hear what they're singing, now take your time and try to play what you just sang. That's how you learn the first step. One of the first steps in learning how to improvise the melody. So you're not just staying. So
instead of watching chords.
Or, well, we could do the same thing. Now watch what happens. Try play C, F, and G7 again. Ready?
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Wait. 1, 2, 3. Now start. What I did, I kind of stayed with the melody, but I kind of just added an extra note.
Thank you, Roy, for teaching me. I mean, it's been a long time. I'm Kūpuna. So what do you recommend for Kūpuna who want to pick up a ukulele for the first time or again after many years?
Oh, they should definitely pick up an ukulele, and if they would like to learn more songs and learn to play, just give us a call, because interestingly, we have so many Kūpunas now that are taking lessons.
And it's a joy, right? I mean,
it's a joy.
If we can learn, lifelong learning is huge in aging, right? Or preventing aging.
Yes.
Here's an example.
And we've had a lot of students, and learning to play the ukulele, their lessons, is the highlight of their week.
Aww.
And that even encourages our staff and my wife and I to even put more into our teaching, because we realize that we're touching their lives in ways that sometimes we don't even notice. We do have so many Kūpunas now. I think the oldest we had was 89 years old.
Awesome.
And only because of the pandemic, he took a break because, you know, he wanted to stay safe. But it's a joy. They really enjoy their lessons.
So if you want a teacher with heart for teaching and you want to learn ukulele, give Roy a call or go online and find him. And it's a wonderful way to keep your heart alive.
Definitely.
Thank you, Roy.
Definitely. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Sue's Wardrobe is sponsored by Simply Sisters.
If you would like to watch this episode of Cool for Kūpuna again, visit our website, coolforkūpuna.com. Also, please follow us on Facebook for behind-the-scenes pictures, videos, and sneak peeks of upcoming guests and neighborhoods to be featured on the show. Cool for Kūpuna, Hawaii show for Kūpuna with an active lifestyle.
Aloha, Kaniala, Danny Kalekini. If you need Medicare advice, call Premier Benefit Consultants. They'll give you good advice for free. But don't just take my word for it.
There are a lot of fishing lures out there. Some of them work much better than the others. Now, there's also a lot of Medicare advisors out there. And yes, some of them are much better than the others. So if you're looking for expert Medicare advice, go with the pros, Premier Benefit Consultants.
So call Premier Benefit Consultants for Medicare advice you need and service you deserve. Mahalo!
As we move toward a brighter future, HMSA is here to help you live your best life. Whether you see a doctor in person, online, or after hours, getting quality care is easy and convenient when you've got options. Choose a plan that fits your lifestyle and needs. Here at home or around the world, get the care you need. When the only constant is change, HMSA is here with you. For the good times, for the tough times, for lifetimes. Learn more at hmsa.com.
Folks, it's been a really special day in Kaimuki, starting with local ia and all that fresh fish that's just available to purchase anytime. And then with Roy Sakuma, learning about him, about his life, about his love for teaching, and learning how to play ukulele again. So as a special treat, I'll call it a treat, I'm going to play a song with Roy that I learned, and you probably all know it. It's called I Am Who I Am.
I am what I am.
I am what I am.
Yes. You ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, here we go. I am
what I am. I'll be what I'll be. Can't you see that it's me, all of me? I am what I am. I'll be who I'll be. Look, can't you see that it's me?
One beat too early, but that's okay. That's okay.
Cool for Kūpuna was brought to you by HMSA and Premier Benefit Consultants.